Hello everyone, this is Captain Kyle. I'm here at New Year's PartyCon, the very first New Year's Con in this area. And I'm here with the artist, Ken Hunt. Ken, how are you doing today?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Enjoying the show. First New Year's PartyCon I've ever seen. Never saw a PartyCon that actually went and never stopped. It went all the way to 2 o'clock in the morning. The vendors were here set up still. It was just so much fun. I've never been to a convention where they did this. And honestly, they need to do more. They really do. Just to keep the party going all night, and everybody's in costume. All the vendors are here. The fans are walking around.
So you've done a lot of different artwork for different companies. For those who aren't familiar with your work, why don't you just give them an idea of what you've done in the past?
Okay, yeah. I've done work from Marvel way back in the early 90s on the What If books. I've done recently done stuff for DC's Batman and Talon. I've also done a lot of independent books out there. Like I just finished a cover for a book called Godsend for About Time Comics. Issue number 3 just came out. I'm doing all the cover work for them. They're only available online. They're not available through Diamond or on comic shelves yet. So they're a new startup company. So it takes a lot of work. But this is one of the covers I have with me for the issue of number 3 that just came out, if you don't mind showing that.
Not a problem, please.
This is the cover for Godsend number 3 we just put out. And it's available through AboutTimeComics.com. or their Facebook page, just About Time Comics. So anytime you can get on there and support the small indie companies, great. Like I said, I do stuff with Marvel, DC, independent companies all over the place. So, and it's just so much fun. I hate being limited.
Very cool. I understand you have another little teaser to show us.
I actually have the rare work in process. I penciled the cover for Godsend number 4, and I've actually just started the inks on it. So I'd like to share that with the fans out there so they can actually get to see the halfway process, which you don't get to see too often. So this is actually the cover to Godsend number 4 in progress as it stands right now, unfinished. So take a good look. This is what you're going to see behind the scenes. If you can enjoy that, hopefully we'll see it soon on the shelves and hopefully online. So as soon as I can get it finished.
That's very cool. I met you at a con before. You've been to many a con. And you see a lot of these people walking around in costume. What do you think of cosplayers?
I love cosplayers. I adore the fans because they show such emotional support for the characters they get into. And I'm guilty of it myself. I've done some cosplaying many, many years ago. I don't do it as much anymore because, well, I'm behind my table so much. But cosplayers are like the living embodiment of fandom. You know, they get into their characters, they love to come in, they love to show off, and they bring more life to the conventions than just the boring artist sitting behind there drawing a pretty picture. You know, so it's like getting that inspiration you need that's walking right in front of you. And I love doing stuff for cosplayers. I've had characters I've created get cosplayed, which is like a huge compliment you can't get anywhere else. When a fan walks up and they're dressed as that character that you helped to create or created completely, that's the best feeling in the world because it's the ultimate compliment. You know you did something right when somebody's walking around cosplaying your character.
That sounds awesome. I understand you actually created a prototype for a character that was not ultimately used, and someone actually found that picture online and cosplayed it. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, it was a character I created and submitted to DC that got rejected. It was an upgraded Harley Quinn. I called her Miss J. Harley Quinn stepped into the role of the Joker. And it got rejected in favor of keeping Duella Dent in the DC universe to keep as the Joker's daughter storyline going. But one day at the Rhode Island Comic Con, I discovered that this young lady had done a cosplay of my Miss J character, and it was beautifully done. And sadly, she did not get to meet me at the show because she didn't get in time to get a ticket. So it was hard. It was heartbreaking, but I did find her online because somebody pointed her out to me, and I made sure to get in contact with her to send her my thanks and my applause for the job on the costume. Cosplayers are kind of get underrated sometimes because they do put a lot of work into it.
That sounds so cool, and hopefully you'll still have a chance to meet her at another convention.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Anytime anybody wants to cosplay an original character that you don't get to see in the mainstream out there, definitely go for it, because there's a lot of cool stuff you don't get to see a lot of. So cosplayers, they got a universe to play with, and I just hope to see more of it. I really do.
Now, you were just saying that you were guilty. I don't know if that's the proper term of doing some cosplay. What did you used to cosplay?
Well, years ago, I worked security for the Marriott Corporation, and I worked security for Star Trek conventions. I was a Star Trek fan. I loved the movie uniforms from The Wrath of Khan up to Star Trek 6, and I got to see some great-looking stuff walking around a convention, and one year I got to be at a convention where I wasn't working for the hotel. So my father and I, my father's an excellent tailor, he made these beautiful movie replica uniforms, and we got to go enjoy the con. And we're walking around, we're getting our picture taken, and it was just such a fun time.
So where can people find you online?
They can find me primarily on Facebook. Facebook.com/Ken Hunt Art is the best one to go to. It's got most of my print catalog on there. It has my best updated information. Don't follow me on Twitter. But yeah, Facebook is the best way to do it because you can contact me directly through Facebook. You can send me a friend request at facebook.com/Ken.Hunt.104. I don't reject any friend request. Like I said, also facebook.com/KenHuntArt is where my Facebook page, where you can put a like on it, is the one that you really want to go to because that's one I try to keep more on the professional side, where I keep most of my announcements of where I'm going to be, where I'm going to make an appearance.
Do you have anything you want to say to all your supporters over the years before we wrap up?
As a comic artist and an entertainer in the entertainment industry in general, basically, thank you. Because without fans, nobody has anything in this business. You know, I don't care if you're an actor, I don't care if you're an artist or a director, movie producer, whatever. Thank you to the fans, because without you, we don't have a job. And that's the truth.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me. And everybody out there, that's all we have for now. But as always, have fun and cosplay on.